بك يا زمان اللهو أشكو غربتي إن كانت الشكوى تداوي مهجتي قلبي تساوره الهموم توجعان ويزيد همي إن خلوت بظلمتي.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين، والصلاة والسلام على أفضل المرسلين محمد وعلى آله وصحبه ومن اتبع هداه بإحسان إلى يوم الدين، ثم أما بعد. We will inshallah speaking today about subject number 4, and that is التفويض. And the meaning of التفويض: to perform nikah, perform marriage without sadaq, without mahr or dowry, and this is an agreement between the husband and the wife, or the husband and the wali, the guardian. And of course there is a rules and regulation regarding this. That case number 4. أجمعوا, the scholars agree about أن نكاح التفويض جائز, to perform marriage with the agreement. With the agreement is really important, that there is no certain sadaq, certain mahr or dowry that is permitted. Is no problem with that if there is an agreement between both parties. على أن يعقد النكاح دون صداق. Something is not in the book. فإن طلقت, if the wife got divorced before any touching, then there is فليس لها إلا المتعة. There is no, she cannot take any mahr or any money or any except what is mut'ah. What is mut'ah? And this is really important to know in advance what is mut'ah. In the opinion of Abu Hanifa rahimahullah ta'ala, the mut'ah, the value of a dress and khimar, cover like a hijab, complete hijab, and also blanket and a bed. Now in our term right now is a bed and a dress and hijab. This is the value of the mut'ah, and it is half of the mahr. If there is an agreement about dowry, it is half of the dowry. That is the mut'ah. الشافعي رحمه الله تعالى said the mut'ah, that what is the imam or the leader of the city will make an estimate. They make an estimate, a certain amount of money, that is the mut'ah. What is the word mut'ah in Arabic language? Enjoyment. That means you, before we said here before, if there is no touch, say there is also mut'ah. You speaking with her, you sitting with her, and have some kind of enjoyment when the man sits with the woman or the woman sits with the man. That is called, when if there is any kind of touching, that is also different mut'ah or different estimate. All right. And Imam Malik rahimahullah ta'ala says the mut'ah is mustahab to pay for the mut'ah, is likely, is mustahab. And they take an agreement, the scholars, they take proof from the Quran when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in Surah Al-Baqarah, ayah number 236, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. لا جناح عليكم إن طلقتم النساء ما لم تمسوهن أو تفرضوا لهن فريضة. There is no sin if you divorce the woman before you touch. Surah, what surah? Surah Al-Baqarah 236. Surah Al-Baqarah 236. So there is no sin if you divorce the woman before you touch. If you put some certain amount of money for them, certain amount of money, an estimate of money for them. So again, what is tafweed? The scholars, اجتماع العلماء, they agree, all the scholars, that nikah al-tafweed jaiz. If there is no sadaq, if they agree, the husband and the wife, there is no sadaq or there is no dowry, that is called tafweed. It is jaiz. There is no problem if there is agreement between both parties. Of course, and they pay their dalil or their proof from Surah Al-Baqarah 236. And they have disagreement in two issues, in two موضوعين, in two places. And إذا طلبت الزوجة فرض صداق واختلف في القدر. Again, they have اختلفوا in two issues. Number one, when the wife demands the fixation of dowry with an agreement about the amount, And number two, إذا مات الزوج ولم يفرض هل لها صداق أم لا. When the husband dies, without fixing dowry, does she get the dowry in either case or not? Alright, that is two issues. Number one, if the wife demand a certain amount of dowry, she said, I want this amount, I want $1,000, $2,000, whatever she demands. They have a different, she deserves that or not deserving that. Who decides? The second one, if the man die, that she deserve if she deserve the dowry or the mahr or not. Let's come to first one, the first issue. Tafweed, yes, is the first issue. Both issues related to tafweed. So number one, إذا طلبت الزوجة فرض الصداق واختلف في القدر. When the wife demands the fixation of dowry with no agreement, with no agreement about the amount. In this issue, إذا طلبت المرأة أن يفرض لها مهرا, if she want after that, she want mahr, she want dowry after the contract. قالت طائفة من العلماء, group of the scholars said, يفرض لها مهر وليس للزوج خيار. One group of people, one group of ulama, scholars, they said, the man, they supposed to fix a mahr dowry, and he have no choice. The man, he have no choice. One opinion. فإن طلق بعد الحكم, if the man divorced after that, أي بعد أن قال, and after he said the make fixation of the mahr, then some scholars, they said, لها نصف الصداق, she have half of the dowry. ومنهم من قال, some scholars, they said, ليس لها شيء, she have nothing, she have zero, she have not deserving anything. لأن أصل الفرض لم يكن في عقد النكاح, because when they have the contract in the first place, there is no written any sadaq, any dowry in the first place. So some scholars, they say she have half, whatever they agree after that, after the contract. And some scholars, they says no, they should have nothing, because it's not related in the contract. When they write the contract in the first place, there is no money written in the contract. Of course, and that is the opinion. The second opinion is the opinion of Abu Hanifa. In the book, if they says Abu Hanifa wa ashabu, his friends or disabled, what is the meaning if we say Abu Hanifa and his friends? What is the meaning of that? Can anybody answer this question for me, please? If he said Abu Hanifa and his friends, what is the meaning of his friends? Anybody, please? Yes, meaning student like Abu Yusuf and include Abu Yusuf and Muhammad Hassan. Very good. Jazakumullah khair. Very good. Yes. He says, what about Malik wa ashabu? Malik wa ashabu, or his friends or his companion. Malik and his friends. Malik and his friends. What is the meaning? Who the friends of Malik or the students of Malik rahimahullah ta'ala? Huh? Anybody? Don't know? Okay, you find out from the book. I want you to find out who's Malik and his companion. Alright? Alright. Let's come now. If Imam Malik and his companions or his friends say الزوج بين خيارات ثلاث. We said Abu Hanifa rahimahullah said she have zero because they're not written in the contract, is not written in the contract. And Malik rahimahullah ta'ala, she said the zawj or the husband, you have three choices. Choice number one, إما أن يطلق ولا يفرض. From before they do anything, before he touch, just when she demand any money, he just divorce because he don't have. He just divorce. Second, إما أن يفرض ما تطلبه المرأة به. Whatever the woman demand, he's supposed to pay. This is one of the choice of Malik rahimahullah ta'ala. Number three, وإما أن يفرض صداق المثل ويلزمها. Number three, he can put his own mahr, his own demand, and that's it. She have to agree about it. She would like binding upon her mahr, and so the man, he have one of the three choices. Number one choice, just before he do anything, he just divorce. Number two, he can accept whatever she demand. Number three, he can put his own mahr and she have to accept that choice, and that's it. Alright. This is issue number one. Issue number two, إذا مات الزوج, if the husband die before they name any kind of sadaq, of dowry, before he do any kind of dowry, and before any touching as well, before any touching as it. قال مالك, the Imam Malik rahimahullah ta'ala says, and his companion or friend, one of the friends of Al-Awza'i, one of his companion Al-Awza'i, of course, or the students, of course, say ليس لها صداق, there is no sadaq for her. ولها المتعة والميراث, if he die, alright, so there is no sadaq because there is no contract, there is no sadaq. In the contract, there is no sadaq or dowry. But she had the mut'ah. And the mut'ah, as I said, as the Imam Abu Hanifa say whatever the Imam Abu Hanifa said, she have her dress, her khimar, and bed. That is the value. But the Imam Malik and Abu Hanifa and Shafi'i and Ahmad ibn Hanbal said, whatever the Imam or the Amir or the leader or the policy of any country, the Muslim country of course, demanding what how much is the mut'a is. How much is the mut'a